Okay, so it is. You have to eat the microphone. Okay. Well, it's good to be with all of you. I'll try to talk extra loud as well. So let's begin with a prayer in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Come, Holy Spirit, and be with us. Open our minds and our hearts, that we may come to know the great gift that is your presence among us in Christ in the most blessed sacrament. Open our hearts to this great gift and help us to treasure it. We ask this to Our Lady's intercession. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Well, this evening I wanted to talk to you about a subject which, in a certain sense, I'm almost hesitant to speak about. Because it's a subject that speaks to a reality that is so sublime, which is so precious and so mysterious, that to speak about it necessarily means that you can't say enough about it. That words are simply myself. If we have done away with the many exterior signs of reverence, for instance, many things in the liturgy were kneeling and genuflection, and the beautiful Gregorian chant is part of our church's heritage, our patrimony. Should we be surprised that there is a loss of a sense of the most holy Eucharist? By the way, I tell people, at my funeral, not to pick eagle's wings, because if I hear that at my funeral, I will come up out of the casket, and I will come back, and I will haunt you. So don't pick that at my funeral. Actually, that's one of the things that they say, the first thing that they say as a priest is, congratulations, you're a priest. We need your funeral plans and your living will and your records on file at the chancery in case anything goes wrong. So, and if you don't turn in your funeral liturgy, we'll pick the music. So I'm very careful to pick the music. Oh, Gregorian chant. Absolutely. And so, we have to ask the question, how can we move in the direction of reverence? You know, St. Teresa of Calcutta and St. John Paul II, even when they were old, John Paul II had terrible Parkinson's. There are beautiful pictures of him kneeling down, barely able to get down to receive the blessed sacrament of the Eucharist. Beautiful. Mother Teresa was the same way. And so, what is the response? I think sometimes in this country it's hard for us because we haven't suffered as much. We haven't had big persecution. Although I think it could come. I think it's probably on the way. But when it comes, are we rising to the occasion? I want to share with you a story of one of my favorite new friends. She's a great saint. Maybe some of you know her, but I'm not going to tell you her name throughout until the end, and see if you can guess who this is. And she's become a new hero of mine, and she wasn't even a religious. She was a lay woman and a mother of four, and she was actually pregnant at the time of her death. She was a woman with great reverence for the Holy Eucharist, and she was a convert, and she lived during times of persecution. You know, she would have never heard even what a Catholic thing would be, because she lived in times where they had to hide to celebrate the Mass. The priests would have to go to individual homes where they would have Mass kits set up, and they would do it in secret. And it was remarkable because at that time, if you were caught, you could be put to death for being Catholic, for going to Mass. And there she was, and she would hide the priest who used to come to celebrate the Mass. And they had ways of hiding it all. But then one day, when they came in to look for all of the Mass kits and things, they noticed that the children of that lady never went to the mandatory services in the town. They noticed they were absent. They sent someone to look. During the reign of the Elizabethan terror, they went to look. And then that little boy was so nervous, he showed them everything. He showed them the masses. He showed them where they celebrated the Mass. And she was arrested. This woman was arrested and dragged to court. She was a Catholic woman of 4, pregnant with her 4th child. And they tried their best to dissuade her. They said that if she promised not to do this anymore, if she promised not to hide the priest and have the Mass, they would let her go free to her family. And she said, no, I will not go along. And she was threatened. She was threatened with death. And it wasn't just any death. It was execution by being pressed to death. They would put a board on top of the person, and they would add stones on top of this board until that person expired. I'm sorry, I know you're evil. I didn't think that through. But this was the story. She was literally threatened with being pressed to death. And then she said, they were pleading with her in the court. Come on, you have a family. And she said to them all, bring me a Bible. They got a Bible. And the biographers of this saintly woman said that she smiled at the judge and everyone in the courtroom. And she said to them, I solemnly swear on this holy Bible that should I be released, I will continue to hide priests. I will continue to have Mass offered in my home, because the priest is the only one who can bring us to a holy truth. Everybody was shocked, and she was sentenced to death. The judge passed the sentence. And she died on Good Friday, March 25th, 1586. And if you go to the church where her body was buried, you will see a plaque on which these words are inscribed to this day. You can see St. Margaret of Clifton, the Pearl of York. She died for the Mass. She died for the Mass. She died for the most holy. She was willing to die even in the face of what she faced with her family. And do we love the Holy Eucharist? Is it the center of our life? How blessed we are as Catholics to know, and not only as Catholics, but I invite anyone who wants to know more of this great mystery. It's not just for Catholics. Come and have a chat. I'd love to share what we know about the fact that Christ is with us until the end of the world. Perhaps this great saint will intercede for all of us before the throne of God, that we may fully love the Eucharist. And we should love it as if our life depended on it. Because you know why? It does. I don't know what your practice is. Do you have questions?
No questions are fine. Anybody wants to ask questions? Raise your hand.
Happy to talk to anybody afterwards. St. Margaret in Clitheroe. Clitheroe. C-L-I-T-H-E-R-I-T-A-U. Put it somehow in Google and it'll just kind of give you.
Father, can you stick to the mic, please?
St. Margaret of Clitheroe, the Pearl of York. The Pearl of York was her nickname. That's where she was from. Yeah? She was a laywoman, mother of four, pregnant at the time of her martyrdom. And she died for the Mass. And you can go and see where that plaque is.
Sorry.
All right, here to be with you.
How about a round of applause again for Father Gord, priest and local member at San Jose and Lakeridge. And thank you so much, Father, for your time.
Sure.
And what a great reflection on the Eucharist. And we need those things so that we can remember, the great gift that has been given to us in the Eucharist. So thank you so much. So thanks for coming again, and just stay tuned for our next month. We'll have another priest come and give a riveting talk on the subject of the faith. If you have ideas about what you'd like to hear, why don't you let us know? Just shoot me an email and let me know, Father, I'd like to hear about this. And that way I can prep the priest up and say, hey, we'd like to hear about this particular teaching. Just don't make it too controversial, please. Okay, like none of the hot button issues. Something nice so that people can have a nice meal. Okay, so that would be really helpful. You can shoot me an email. Those of you who are online, I want to apologize. We lost power in the middle of the talk. Hopefully you got the last part of it, and we'll make sure that next time that we're set to go for that. So once again, everyone, thanks so much for coming. Thanks to Brother Sankur for hosting us every month. This is just such a great privilege to be able to come here and to give a talk about the faith as part of the new evangelization. And we hope that you enjoy this. And if you have any comments on how to make it better, please let me know. God bless you.
Okay.
Fantastic. You want to finish the meal? Do you want
Sure.
anything else?
No, this is fine.
Great. Yeah. Good. That was awesome. That was beautiful. That I had no idea about Margaret Clitheroe. I hadn't heard it before, but I had, I'm not.
You.
You do this often?
What's that?
Give talks? You do it often?
Do I give talks?
Yeah.
If I'm asked, I try to consider it.
Gotcha. It's interesting. I haven't seen you do it before. But it's just a lot of the homilies